You guys are good? You're not talking about the Eagles again, are you?
Just another day.
Well, just another day, yeah.
I mean, you were here. Obviously, 18, 19.
I was.
I mean,
it's the golden age around here.
Exactly right.
Falling apart.
Exactly right. I mean, it does feel like we're right back in that.
Right afterwards, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So many things are similar, I would say. I mean, they really are, right? Even I think we had more faith in Doug at that point than we did with Sirianni,
definitely, yes.
for sure. But there's still like an aw shucksness to both of them that is similar.
Yeah.
The quarterback thing seems similar.
Which is I would not have predicted this 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were right back in this.
Well, that even the quarterbacks seemingly are having similar issues in the locker room.
Yeah, that can't.
May not be exactly the same, but it's still a sort of personality.
Yeah, like what's this guy's problem?
Yeah.
That's what everyone's thinking. It's a different sort of problem,
Yes.
but it's still the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, I mean, so I'm in the car and I heard Chuck.
Oh,
It's a great
heard
call
Chuck?
from Chuck.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same. I was talking to Jack earlier. I was thinking the same thing. I saw this A.J. Brown tweet earlier that he didn't do.
Right. I saw it, yeah.
And then I heard my dad bitching and moaning, or I saw the quote from this morning about, journalistic integrity.
Oh, yeah.
Dope.
Clicks. And...
You know what? My message for A.J. Brown, for Howard Eskin, for anyone else complaining about the media in this town, if you don't like it, then you can leave. You can leave. Jalen Hurts, all your Jordan Brand stuff is because of the amplification of what the media does in this town. The fact that we are talking about the Eagles, who it's their fault, lost 6 weeks ago. The fact that we didn't have football games to talk about after the first week of the playoffs, that's on you. The fact that everybody is mad is on you. The fact that you fell apart over the last 2 months of the season is on you. And the fact that there are bad stories coming out of the locker room, I don't hear bad stories coming out of the Chiefs locker room today. You know what I mean? I don't hear bad stories coming out of the 49ers locker room.
I was going to say, how about the other teams that lost? Yeah.
Ravens.
You know what I mean? And Jalen Hurts got paid, and that was the problem. Joe Burrow got paid, and it doesn't seem like a problem for him, or Josh Allen, or Pat Mahomes, or even Dak Prescott and Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones isn't good, but he still got paid $45 million. I don't hear people whispering out of the locker room that he changed because of the money. If you can't handle this, then leave. And even my father, who, God bless him, I love him to death, you were part of creating this entire thing.
Well, he's starting to forget that, though.
Well, how dare you talk about journalistic integrity as you throw Kool-Aid packets at people who like the Sixers, as you, like, come on, man, we're all doing a thing here. This is entertainment for everybody. I don't think, a lot of the rumors that we hear, if it was all nonsense, if none of it was true, then somebody would come out and say none of it is true. If A.J. Brown didn't have a problem with Jalen Hurts, then I'll tell you what, you're on 7 different podcasts you want me to listen to. You want me to buy products that you're advertising, then get on one of those podcasts and don't give some vague answer about what was going on in the locker room. Tell me there's no problem. But you're not doing that.
Yeah.
No one's doing it. No one's, to your point, Jack, no one's talking about what happened for the last 6 weeks. So all these leaks out of the locker room, it's not that any of them are true or false. They're all different variations of the truth. Derek Gunn, what he is reporting, obviously someone at the Eagles told him that Big Dom not being there was a problem. Obviously somebody told him that Jalen Hurts getting paid was a problem, but that's somebody's spin. This is all somebody's spin. But you know what we haven't heard? What really happened from the people who it happened to. And until you're ready to do that, until you're ready to man up and talk about it, and until you're ready to stop being a recipient of the spoils that all of this gives you. My father, every car you've driven, house you've owned, piece of watch you've purchased is because of this place, is because of the media in Philadelphia, is because of the fans here. A.J. Brown, you probably didn't mind the media here when everybody was talking about that you're the best receiver in football. I didn't hear there weren't any complaints, any tweets from mysterious A.J. Brown talking about the media. You're overrating me. Nobody said that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just... Instead of complaining about us, instead of complaining about the media and talking about whether things are true, because I'm telling you, not every single thing is specifically true that you hear about this team, but everything is a shade of true. I'm telling you, there's not the people reporting these things are not lying. They weren't there, right? They're being told something. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of everybody complaining about the atmosphere around here and not talking about what actually happened. And that's it. And Chuck brought that to life. Chuck said it in more colorful words than I did. But I'm sorry. I just he lit me up. I've been thinking about it since this morning. And if you don't like the media, then go. then don't be
The media
here.
is not going anywhere.
No.
Do you want to be eligible for the $25 Dunkin' gift card?
There's just so many. You know what? Because every time I hear a complaint about this, the thing that they forget is when things are good, nobody likes this stuff more than the athletes in this town and the media in this town. There's no better place. There's no better place when you're winning. When you've won something here and when you're winning, you can go into any restaurant, any bar in the entire city and not pay for a thing. You're a hero here. A hero. And everybody loves the hero treatment.
Yep.
But the hero treatment comes with responsibility. Part one of that responsibility is winning and performing up to your expectations. And part two is not blaming us when it goes wrong. Because you're certainly not saying that we're the reason that you're succeeding. Nobody here, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, Jason, nobody's saying, the reason we won that game is because of the media. I don't want to hear when things go bad that the reason is because of the media. So I'm sorry. I'm just it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I love it here.
Yeah.
It's great here.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's great
welcome
here.
back.
Who doesn't want to be here, man? It's
Kidding me?
great here.
And listen, and I love the fact, Chuck came off his suspension. He's been on fire for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was suspended for a while there. He got out of hand, but he's been the last 2.5 weeks. He's been on fire.
He needed load management.
Well,
He needed some
and
days off.
today, I got to agree with you. He let out a perspective that I think a lot of people sort of feel when it comes to this football team.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear word one about the media.
Yeah.
Not word one about the media.
Oh,
Well,
we
listen,
run people out of town.
And we're always we're the whooping boy. So I get it. It's part of it, and we understand that as media. We get it sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
it comes with it. So, yeah, the teams aren't going to love us when we point out things they shouldn't be doing. Players aren't going to love it when we point out stuff. But like you said, when we are the vessel or the platform to raise your profile or continue to enhance your profile or even provide that platform or avenue for our listeners, our fans who matter the most, this is where it all comes in together. We are that conduit that's there. But at the same time, we also can catch the shrapnel and the stray bullets when people are upset and they don't want to necessarily point the finger at maybe their favorite team, their favorite player, their favorite coach, what have you. We become the bad guy. And players and coaches also understand from that perspective, you don't attack fans.
No.
So you attack the media.
The media.
You don't attack fans, you attack the media.
I understand how it could be frustrating to them, but you got then don't listen, don't engage, get off.
And that's the great thing. There's an on-off switch.
Yeah, get out of town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So on our big topic, of today,
Unbelievable.
I know.
I love it, man. I love it. Love it.
Our big topic of today: who needs to change more, in your opinion? Is it more on Jalen or more on Nick to change next year, leadership wise?
It's on Jalen. Because Nick ain't even going to be here after next year. So
Right.
I think they cut. I think they realize what they have in Nick, and they're still. I think the book is still to be written about Jalen, but there's only so much smoke that can be there before you're like, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong there. If there was one report, they don't like that he doesn't smile enough, I could probably write that off. When there's report after report after report after report, they're happy that he's at the Pro Bowl smiling. They're, report after report. It's just to be the franchise quarterback means more than playing well on the field. It means a lot of things. It means being a leader. It means being a culture setter, and it needs to happen. He has to do it for him to succeed in the way that they want him to. You can't play the role of the rookie scale quarterback when you're the $50 million quarterback anymore, right? He can't be the guy that he was 2 years ago.
Right.
He has to grow into this role. And there are growing pains. Not everybody, we were all, Jack, years ago, you were in your early 20s.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were all young. You grow up, you get older, you get smarter. Hopefully he's learned from it. But I think it's on Jalen.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately when you're looking at results on the field, it's always going to come down to the players. I'm a big proponent in that. I just think when I look at what this team sort of needs right now, it needs somewhat of a steady guidance, a steady hand that is sure of what they're doing, that has a plan, that has sort of a vision of how he wants the team to play and the way they should go out there and play every week. And not only that, but is strong in getting that message across. I've always said this is players. Players will adapt. Now, if you want to be soft as a coach and meaning more passive and be the friendly coach that gets along with everybody and don't want to ruffle feathers, well, don't be upset when players, when times get rough, they rebel or resist against your method of coaching. They don't want to hear that. But if you're a strong-minded, sort of stringent coach that has conviction, but you can have that and still have some flexibility and understanding of your players and their plight in becoming the best that they can be, players respond to that more. Yeah. Players respond. I played for coaches. As much as I love Andy Reid, and I will all die on the hill saying he's a player coach, Andy Reid came in. He wasn't the most friendliest, the most welcoming, fun-loving coach. And we won a lot of damn football games, man. We won a lot of football games.
And we haven't seen the stability here since then.
Yeah, so I only say that to say there's a balancing act with these guys today. I'm not going to say that athletes aren't different. But I think that's also a convenient excuse to not be coached hard. You're out there changing plays, doing your own stuff. No, hell no. I ain't standing for that. And especially when it don't work. And then I do go out there because as a coach, I'm in a tough position. I can't throw my players under the bus and blame them in a loss. So I got to go out here and make up reasons why some nonsense you all decided to pull late in the game didn't work.
Like we're looking for a penalty in the Seattle game?
Yes. So this all I'm saying is that stuff wasn't going on 2 years ago.
Right.
They've gotten comfortable because Nick has become, in my opinion, that environment has become too much of a player-friendly environment. These guys get paid a ton of money. And you know what they're not going to do? Walk away from it. So I don't care how much they squawk. I don't care how upset they get, how much they bitch and complain. They want to pick that check up every Monday. Flat out. And so when you start threatening jobs and job security, and I'm not saying you go around willy-nilly doing that, I'm just saying the environment that you set forth. When Andy had George Hegman pushing a sled up and down the field, we all took notice. He ain't to be played with. I don't care about Ray Bob being a friendly coach, and we all love Ray Rhodes. This dude ain't to play with. When he says something, he means it. He just embarrassed one of our starting linemen in front of the media to set an example. He cut other veterans that year that wanted to bite back against his coaching method. And all I'm saying is that Nick Sirianni came in here with that hard coaching, tough-minded. He's the same coach he's always been. He's the same coach. He is the same coach. The only difference is when they don't win, we look at that as a reason why they're not winning. But he's the same animated, over-the-top coach when they were going to the Super Bowl, when they were 10-1. He's the same guy. And all I'm saying is I think last year coming in, it was way too many excuses made for why they don't need to practice hard, why everything is player-centric, and this is for the players. Well, guess what? That came up and bit you in the butt last year. Because you know what the players did? They stopped following your lead. So if you're the head coach and your job is on the line, then guess what? I'm going down the way that I want to go down as the coach versus I'm going to put my future into these players' hands. And if they're in a good mood this week, they'll do what they're being asked to do, and we'll win games. And I'll be here as the head coach, job security. Sometimes you got to get like Doug. Hey, you got to believe in yourself, man. And you got to say, this is the way that we're going to do things, or you know what? Then I won't be here as the coach. And so to me, it's going to start with him as the head coach. If he's going to continue to just be there, then you're right, Spike. Then he's gone eventually. Like it's just a matter of time.